Welcome back to Ways to Pitch, everybody. Hello,
Welcome.
Paul. Hello, Eric.
Hey, guys.
Hello, Nick.
Gentlemen.
I'm Nick, by the way, in case you didn't know that. Eric, I hope you didn't have Anthony Rendon on your fantasy baseball team.
I did not.
Holy
No.
mackerel.
I might as well have him on my team, but
How's your team doing so far?
dead last.
Oh,
Do you have a shortstop yet? That might be
I have a
helpful for you.
shortstop. No, I have players for all the positions, but not good ones.
Yeah.
you picked up
Clearly.
a Mariner that went on the IL before the season started, I believe, a pitcher.
Yes. Yeah,
Smart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart. Anthony Rendon is injured. I know that comes as a surprise to no one. He got injured running to first base.
Was he like actually legit running out a hit, or
Yeah,
Was he
sort
just
of. I mean,
like-
as much as Anthony Rendon does, I don't know. I don't wish injury upon anybody, but at the same time, it's like this guy.
what's wrong with him?
What are you expecting?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't understand how he is still playing baseball.
You know, it's like the, you know, it's a big hit, obviously, to the payroll and all that business, but it might be worth it at this point. This is just bad.
Just DFA him, get rid of him.
Yeah. I guarantee you nobody's going to trade for that.
No,
It's
of
just
course
like
not.
you have to just let that go.
Yeah.
Is this
and
one
then-
of the worst pickups by a team in the past 20 years? The Angels picked him up after the 2019 World Series, right?
after he was almost World Series MVP or something
Yeah.
ridiculously awesome, right?
Yeah.
Or
And
maybe
then
he
it
was. I don't know.
Yeah, he was awesome. I don't think he was
MVP.
I don't think he was MVP.
but he did do really, really well.
Yeah. He helped them win that World Series. They beat the Astros.
Nice.
Yeah. But since then, I don't think he's played a full season.
No,
He's constantly injured,
Hasn't
constantly
played more than,
complaining.
60 games isn't a season
Yeah.
or something ridiculous.
He called that one dude a little bitch or whatever it was in the stands.
When you're affected that much by the players or the fans, when you're getting, mocked.
Yeah.
It
doesn't like I don't it didn't even look like he was really that hurt. Like it looked like a normal run through. Like maybe he's just that fragile.
Maybe he had plans or something, and he just needed to
Right.
oh, good, I hurt my hamstring. Oh, bummer. I gotta sit down.
Yeah.
Do you guys
He
want
made
to know
vacation plans.
how many games he's played in each season?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, we're going to start with 2019. He played 146 games.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
good majority.
That's pretty much all the games. Most of them.
2020, 52 games.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Well,
20
but the 2020 season was
Short.
Short.
2021, 56 games.
Okay. Not a
2020
short season.
2022, 47 games.
Getting
2023,
Colder.
43 games.
Ouch.
Wow.
Okay.
And now he's injured after 19 games.
Did he play
Oh my
all 19 of those games?
I think, he has 19 games for this season. Yeah.
Okay. I wonder what the odds are of him actually returning for this season. Like, is he going to be back in July and then?
Oh yeah. He's probably going to be done until All-Star break now, right?
Mhm,
Yeah.
Come
Gotta
back,
take the
play a
family
few
to Cabo.
weeks. Yeah, exactly. How much is he making? Do we know? Do we know this? He's making a shitload of money.
Way.
It was
more
like
than
a
he should be.
7-year, 250, something like
Oh my
that contract, I think, back in the time. Yeah.
They just need to
Gross.
7
Yeah,
year,
they just need-
245 million.
gross. Gross
Yeah.
is the right word for
And
that.
that was
Paul.
in 2019.
Okay. Well, I would not want to be an Angels fan.
Classic Angels move. What did they do? Like, what was the Josh Hamilton? They did something similar to him. 7 years, 200 million, maybe, because it was a little while before, and he was hurt half the time. Even
was
Albert
was he
Pujols, same
injured
thing.
or was it cocaine? I thought it was cocaine that he.
I think later in the career, when he stopped the cocaine, is when he started getting injured a whole lot.
Okay.
And that was after he signed the deal with the Angels after the Rangers. Pujols, same thing. He got injured. There's a curse down there, dude.
There might be.
Yeah.
Or they just don't like playing in Anaheim and they want to just get the fuck out of there.
Might be a thing.
Anyway, let's do some quick hits.
Quick hits!
A lot has happened this week. A lot of interesting things have happened this week. One thing that happened last week that we didn't talk about is Shohei Ohtani. We didn't talk about Shohei last week. Way to go. High fives all around.
Right.
He has been cleared, or so it seems he has been cleared of any wrongdoing in this case with his translator, Ippei. Turns out that Ippei had siphoned or stolen roughly $16 million.
When you're so rich and you don't notice 16 million gone.
Yeah.
I mean,
wow.
You know, a part of me finds that hard to believe. Like, you would have to know. But then I don't know who I was watching. It may have been like Colin Cowherd or something like that. And he made a good point in saying that a lot of these guys, like these big athletes and celebrities and people that have lots of fucking money, they don't even look at their bank accounts. They don't even touch them. They have somebody else manage it for them. They get like a monthly allowance, essentially, of what they can spend. And the rest of it is controlled by these people. And hopefully these guys are taking good care of them. Guys or girls are taking good care of them. And
controlling it honestly, yeah.
Yeah, not fucking them over. And he made a good point in saying that we've seen it before with other players that have been screwed over by,
and musicians
friends,
and movie stars.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
any celebrity that is bringing in loads of cash like that.
And it's doubled in the fact that, from what I've been reading, his accounting team, Otani's accounting team, does not speak Japanese. Otani has limited English. So his translator was the go-between. So it's easy for him to say, add $1 million here, add $1 million there.
Wow.
What Otani needs, if he's buying a car,
so
let's
eBay had some
extra money
power.
on there. Yeah, exactly.
He had a ton of power and had a real problem. I think he was like, it was transactions of, 500,000, 300,000, whatever it was. It was just loads of cash that he was using for these gambling purposes.
Yeah.
But since then, it's shown that Shohei was not a part of this.
Yeah.
Text messages have proven that he was.
And he's
was not
offered
in
to
this.
open his books to independent auditors and stuff to clear his name. So
yeah,
it looks
what
like
a brutal way. What a brutal way to start out this
your contract,
his Dodgers tenure,
your record-setting contract.
Yeah, and just like having someone that has been so close to you, like he's never going to trust anyone again. Like this is probably mentally, it's probably fucking with him more than we're led on to believe, right? Like what does he do now? Who does he trust? Does he have an interpreter? Or is he just dealing like
that's just it. Interpreters are no longer, whoever it is no longer going to have
that
the power
access,
that he had. It's no really, he's still going to totally need it if he doesn't learn full on English, but now it's going to be a team of people, Japanese people and American people
that are highly vetted by the Dodgers organization, I'm sure.
Of course.
And are full-time employees of the Dodgers and not a personal employee. Because I think he was a personal employee of Shohei.
Yeah, I think so too.
So yeah, they're going to have to protect that asset a little bit more. protect that ass a little bit more.
Nice.
Yeah.
Still kind of weird. Still a little suspect. I mean, he's been cleared and text messages have proven it's still just a little hard to believe.
What is it? What is the hardest part for you to believe at this point?
That basically, I mean, that he would only have like an American financial team. He doesn't fully speak English kind of thing. And so to having one person sort of like have access to all of that. So he's like personal assistant, interpreter, kind of like concierge. He's a little bit of everything, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
And it's just weird that he kind of had like, the hand of the king kind of power to do whatever and access that kind of money. To access that kind of money, that spreads way beyond just being able to access that kind of money. That's insane. And again, for somebody to be so close to him or to trust him as long as he did, 6-7 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was something like that. Ever since he's been with the Angels, or since he's been in America, essentially.
But then, like, all this shit comes out about him not attending that college and what other things. Like, wait a minute, what the hell?
Well, Paul, it wasn't 16 million like in a month. It was 16 million over those. It's a little bit here and there, being a lot here and there. But to Ohtani's bottom line, it was a little bit here, a little bit there, over a long time.
Yeah, it's still just crazy.
It is crazy. I don't disagree with you. But the more that comes out, I guess, for me anyway, it seems like, okay, this is more believable. And thinking about it in the sense where like he probably doesn't even fucking read his bank statements or understand what the bank statements are saying. Like he's probably having to use he was probably using eBay as his translator in terms of what his financial statements were saying, if he's even looking at them. So eBay was cooking the books and
it's just
using it toward his own gambling addiction. So yeah. Anyway, let's hope he's still doing well. Shohei, that is. He's still hitting well. The Dodgers are not doing well, but whatever.
They could be worse.
That's true.
That's for sure. They aren't doing as well as the Royals. Good Lord, Royals.
Royals are
off to a start.
They're good. They're a good team. Not going to lie.
I think the second or third game of the season, you were like, they are horrible.
I think that was the first game of the season. Okay. That was the first game.
Yeah, it was real quick.
It was like stepping back into 2023, that first game of the season. It was like, oh shit, here we go again. But they have proven me wrong. I will admit that their one weak spot is their bullpen, and that's going to harm them substantially unless they fix that. If they fix that over the course of time. But other than that, they play defense well, they hit well. They're scrappy.
They move runners along.
They do.
What's the Sasquatch dude?
Vinny Pasquantino.
Pasquatch. There it is. Mm-hmm, yeah, he crushed a ball like 500 feet recently the other day or something ridiculous.
He's got a big swing on him. You know what they say about big swings, Paul?
No.
Big bats.
Tell me. Okay.
Big dingers.
Yep. Big swings equals big dongs. Let's talk about Mr. Nestor Cortez, the Yankees pitcher. Did you guys see this? Did you see his funky little pump fake pitch that he did?
Dude. What in Sam hell was that?
It was pretty wild. I didn't see it live, but I saw video of it, obviously. And it's like one of those things. It's like, what? How is that fucking legal? Like, even
exactly
looking, to previous pitchers that have kind of done like funky little shit like that. Like Johnny Cueto used to do like his little weird wind ups and mess with hitters. But this one is just clearly not okay. And he got away with it in the game, but then yesterday, I think it was yesterday, that they came out and said that it is in fact an illegal pitch. Illegal. Not allowed. I wonder, how do they determine the legality or illegality of pitches? Is there a certain parameter that they have to abide by? Like,
Oh yeah, that's all part of like what even helps them, a balk and whatnot. And as far as like moving your momentum forward, once it starts going forward, you can't stop it at any point.
And you also are not supposed to be deceiving to the batter, which I think this move totally is.
A fake pitch is quite deceiving. Like, fake jet.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
It was close.
So
it's like, I don't know. I'm looking at his Wikipedia. Apparently his nickname is Nasty Nestor.
It's not a nickname you want.
No, that's gross. Somebody, I hope that somebody just wrote that in there just to fuck with him. It is Wikipedia. So, it's I don't know. I wonder if he's going to try some other shit during the season. Like if that was just the tip of the iceberg and he's going to be like, I'm going to
the fact that
shimmy my shoulders.
Other pitchers haven't picked up something similar, haven't started doing something similar, shows you that it's not a legal move, or else everyone would be doing a little fake pump thing.
People are starting to it seems like the last few years they've been stalling their wind up more, but now it's kind of like, bring the knee up, bring it down, bring the knee back up,
sway
and
back
then start
forth.
falling. It's just like it's starting to gain a little bit of momentum, but it's certainly not league wide.
And MLB needed to put an end, say drawing a hard line of this is going too far.
Here's a hot take for you guys. I think they should allow it. Just fucking allow it. Why not?
I'm okay with them allowing it if they allow, wacky stuff.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Like just allow all of it, not just Nestor, not just Nasty Nestor's pump fake.
You have to allow all of it or none of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's just we've got all these other rule changes. Let's let pitchers. Let's try it out for 1 year in the minor leagues. Let's let pitchers try these like wacky ass pump fakes. See what it's like. I think it'd be fun. It's a fun little test, a fun little experiment.
It'll turn into banana ball.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
or like they show the glove with no ball in it, and then throw in the other hand.
Let's cap it at pump fakes. We're not going to do any dancing yet. We won't allow that till the season after.
Right, playoffs. You can dance in the playoffs.
Yeah, you can dance. Ooh, not a bad idea. I like where this is going. Anyway, we'll see more from Nasty Nestor coming up this season, I'm sure. On over to Oakland, or now should I say Sacramento, because the Oakland A's are moving to Sacramento next year. And this happened last week, I believe. This wasn't a this week news, but it is official.
For 3 years, they're going there, right?
Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah, until their new stadium gets built in Vegas.
With options for following years in case the stadium's not ready.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's kind of weird because the stadium hasn't even been approved yet. Or has it been approved? I don't think they've even broke ground on it.
No, I think they've started demolishing the, what is it? Tropicana.
Oh, they have.
They did start?
I think so. I know it's closed.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's actually being broken down or if it's being torn down.
Okay. Quick. Kind of an interesting move for the Oakland A's. Not that it's really going to matter because they this stadium that they're moving to is the stadium of the Sacramento River Cats, which is the AAA affiliate of the San Francisco Giants.
Giants, yeah.
10,000
people max.
14,000 is what
14,000, that's right.
So if they can sell that thing out for A's games, that's 3 times as many that they're selling it at the Coliseum right now.
That's
As
crazy.
Someone who lived in Sacramento for a couple of years, those people are desperate for sports up there. The Kings are sell well. They're gonna
Yeah.
it's gonna sell well.
Yeah.
Go
It'll be
A's.
interesting to see. Here's what I want to happen. And I think we've talked about this before, maybe not on the podcast, but I want to see the A's make the playoffs while they're in Sacramento, because I think it would be hilarious to have playoff baseball played in a minor league stadium.
Are the River Cats going to still play there at the same stadium, same time?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're just going to schedule home and away?
Yeah, they'll just schedule
Holy
around
crap.
them. Their season isn't as long, so I don't think it'll be too much of an issue. At least it doesn't seem like it'll be that much of an issue. If not, then I'm sure the River Cats will get booted to a high school stadium
exactly.
Or you just schedule the away, Wildcats are away, so A's are home.
That's a crazy scheduling task.
Yeah. I can see it working out. I think the owner, John Fisher, the owner of the A's, who is not well liked in many circles for good reasons, because he's kind of an asshole. He was excited to see Aaron Judge hit a home run at this ballpark. Not any of his players, because he doesn't even know the names of his fucking players.
Oh my God.
He was excited to see other teams come and hit home runs at this stadium. It's a nice stadium. Sutter Health Park. It looks like it's
nice
close to downtown.
Stadium.
Yeah, close to downtown. If Sacramento is your bag,
but it's not set up for national broadcast television, or they got to do some work there.
Yeah,
they're really just a regional broadcast team, anyways, so it doesn't matter.
But when the Yankees come to play, the Yankees are going to want a television feed.
True.
I think they'll have to do some work, obviously, to get it prepared. And then when they're in the World Series, they're going to have to they're going to have to manage all the hotel rooms.
Where are the suites going to go?
Yeah, dude, if that happens. What would they do? Would they actually hold it there? Do you think that they would hold a World Series game? Not that it would happen. The A's are going to be terrible for a long time. But
they would work out a deal and it would be played in Oakland or something, just to sell more tickets.
San Francisco.
They would, or San Francisco or something like that. Yeah, they would
I could see
fuck
that.
over Sacramento. MLB would, because they want money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
I'd go to San Francisco. That'd be my bet.
Yeah. What if it's Giants versus A's? Would they play all games in
San Francisco?
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
That would be pretty cool. I would watch that. I would enjoy that. Let's move on. Let's talk about something. I don't think we've talked about this yet in our adventures in podcasting.
I like it.
Trevor Bauer, former MLB pitcher, who was accused of assaulting a number of women. Now, apparently, and if this is too heavy for you guys, then just tell me. I'm just more curious about this whole situation. Now his accuser is being charged with defrauding him. What are your opinions on Trevor Bauer and this whole situation?
When the accusations came up, in my opinion, he did not act like someone who was innocent.
Right.
He definitely put on this very defensive, I won't go into the details, but, it was, mutual and all that. He just did not seem authentic to me. And I just know the headlines about this story. I haven't done any in-depth looking into these recent updates. I think he's kind of a shitty dude who gets himself in shitty situations.
Yeah, he's kind of an asshole, is what everybody has said about Trevor Bauer.
Super arrogant.
Yeah, kind of a shitty teammate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
But what were you going to say? But
no, that's exactly it. That's what I've heard. Just arrogant. He was good. So, he kind of had the right to kind of, I guess, be a little bit cocky, but when you're shitty to your own teammates, when you're not a good teammate, it's just like, well, no,
Right.
thank you. And you're shitty to women. No, that's not cool either.
No, it's not. The weird thing about this situation is that, so he's been suspended. He was suspended for 2 years, and then the Dodgers released him after after his suspension was up.
Yeah.
He played. He was playing in like Japan or Korea or something like that for last season. Apparently, MLB did an investigation into him while all of this was going on, and there's. It doesn't seem like there's any like corroborating evidence of, like, they haven't come out and said what he did wrong. Only it was that he was accused. So my question is, I guess, is he going to play again? Because like, what is somebody going to pick him up?
Is he going to sue MLB for
that's
suspending him and then try to win back some of that contract money?
I don't think you can, because MLB has got the whole clause of anything you do that puts a bad look on MLB is tenable to.
Right.
Well, and he wants to play again, so why would he sue them and like risk not being able to play again, right?
I mean, he wasn't convicted of anything.
No.
Correct?
No.
I mean, he was suspended. They should allow him to post for free agency, but
he was making that plea.
Signs him. Like, seriously.
He was making that plea about before Blake Snell was signed about like, hey, you can sign this guy for whatever ridiculous amount, or you can sign me for league minimum. It doesn't matter. Like, the dude obviously wants to play. But isn't he currently not having a very good season down in Mexico?
I don't know. I
have no idea.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it's a weird, touchy situation, but really, realistically, the black and white is they should allow him to play again. And they should have kind of apologized to him a little bit.
Yeah, it's a weird situation. I don't know how to, like, I'm not gonna, obviously we don't know what happened, really happened, so we can't place any judgment on that. I don't know. I imagine somebody's going to eventually sign him, like,
for sure.
It
has to.
Teams don't shy away from like shit like this. It seems like Aroldis Chapman is still playing,
right?
And
yeah,
you know what I mean. And that dude's a piece of shit.
Starts playing in Vegas, he'll be like their opening day starter in Vegas or something like that.
No, Sacramento A's featuring Trevor Bauer.
Exactly.
God.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird situation, and he's kind of has the right to be somewhat upset about how certain things have played out, and so it's going to be interesting to see what sort of path he chooses to take, as well as whoever signs him, if they're going to sign him. I mean, he's now like in his early 30s. He's trending in the wrong direction.
Yeah, totally.
And would his contract have some sort of like behavioral clauses in it that we can release you if you bring a scandal to the team again?
If you walk like Conor McGregor one more time off that mound, if you do that shit, you're gone.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. We don't usually talk about heavy stuff on this show, but
thankfully we don't have to very often.
Yeah.
I haven't heard much about. We haven't talked about Trevor Bauer. He's been in the news a lot lately in the baseball world. Either way, it sounds like he's kind of a prick. So whatever ends up happening, he probably deserves it.
Yep.
Okay, moving on. Our final quick hit of the day. The Yankees broadcaster, Michael Kay, I believe his name is, has kind of recently insinuated that the Blue Jays have been cheating at home. I'm going to play this clip for you guys because I want you to hear what he says. He'll explain it better than I can.
He's just asking questions,
man. John, we just Blue Jays in the Bronx. And what we watched was a completely different team than the one we've seen here in Toronto. The one in New York did not foul off the amount of pitches that this team does. It's like it's a different team in this ballpark. Now, home field advantage, there is something to that. But why would it manifest itself in the ability to foul off tough pitches?
Well, and you think about Carlos Rodon last night, he had a good fastball, right? I mean, he had good stuff last night and just had the tough time putting away certain hitters in that Blue Jay lineup.
Now, you can understand it if, okay, the next time you see them after you saw them in the Bronx was a month and a half later. Well, this is a week later, and it's a completely different approach and a completely...
Okay. I think he later backtracked on these statements. When somebody like straight up asked him, I think it was his broadcast partner that was asking him about this. I don't know what it seems like he's trying to say something, which is like a really weak argument. He's basically saying like, man, I don't know, like
they're fouling off more pitches than last week.
Rodon had the great stuff. Why all of a sudden can they hit him? He's not that dense, I don't think, to understand that baseball players can make adjustments. Like,
or that teams get into slumps, or
yeah. Is he just being a dunce and talking out of his ass? Like,
I think he's being a homer.
Yeah, well, obviously.
I mean, he's trying to find an excuse why,
or he's just trying to find
as well
something
as they were doing last week.
Yeah,
but I mean, baseball
went
games,
a little
think
too
about
far and put his foot.
Those
in his mouth.
they sit through a lot of boring shit. You're gonna like notice big changes and things like that, and you kind of like need to stir up that conversation piece a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, you gotta fill the air for 3 hours a day.
Is he just generalizing an accusation of you guys are fucking cheating? No, I don't think so. That doesn't sound like that to me at all. It's just kind of like, like what's going on here? Like, hey, little nudge, little elbow, but it's not like you guys are using technology to know the pitches. You're pulling some Astro shit. No, it doesn't sound like that to me, kind of thing.
No, it's not that harsh, but at the same time, it's like, I think he is going a little too far in saying that, like, whoa, saying something's up. Like,
right?
Maybe it's just baseball. You've seen a lot of games. You should know that things change over the course of time. Right. And just because Carlos Rodon is throwing fucking gas doesn't mean that teams aren't going to be able to adjust and hit that kind of shit.
And if you're accusing a team of cheating, you have to have more proof than they're fouling off more balls than last week.
Yeah. I mean, this is a division team.
Yeah.
You play these teams and been playing them for years and years and years. It's kind of like, of course, you're going to poke the bear with those teams a little bit.
Yeah, totally. Didn't you say, were you saying that the Astros were accused of something recently, or the Astros were caught doing something again, Paul?
Something about... What's the communication device the pitchers and catchers use?
PitchCom.
The PitchCom. They had misplaced something. The opposing team against the Astros, they had misplaced it, and eventually, like, kind of like, where's your Droid or where's your iPhone kind of app? They found it in the Astros dugout, like under a glove or a hat or something like that. Hey, man, just speculation. But at the same time, good Lord.
Yeah, I haven't heard about that one, but it wouldn't. I mean,
I might have been April Fool's into something too as well.
Oh, that could be it. That could be it. That was a couple weeks ago. I didn't see anything about that. I wouldn't be surprised, but at the same time, it would surprise me a little bit. Like if they would be that brazen as to try it again.
Right.
Clearly, true. It's not working because they're fucking terrible this year. So. Which makes me happy. Yeah.
Yep.
Is Eric frozen, or is he just...
No, I'm looking this up. There was an incident where Kike Hernandez was mic'd up during a game, and his mic was picking up the PitchCom.
That's
of
cool.
The pitcher. Yeah.
Wait, he was mic'd up. Was he hitting?
No, he was playing second,
Okay.
and it was picking up the pitcher's pitch comm, and you could hear it on TV while he was
Wow.
being interviewed.
What
But
is the
that was
sound
a
that it
while ago.
makes on the pitch comm?
It's just a little voice.
Oh, it is. Okay, I
Yeah,
didn't know that. I thought it was like a
tight.
little.
It's a little
beep.
bit like throw your slider.
It's like
It's-
Siri.
It's like curve away or fastball in.
Oh,
Really? I did not know that.
no! See, I thought it was just like Morse code or some shit.
That's what I. Boop, boop.
No,
Yeah, you know.
it might.
That's
you might
exactly what I
switch to
thought.
that now.
Huh?
Wow.
When was
And
this?
also that it's so loud that you can pick it up in a stadium at second base.
Yeah, that's
That's
you know,
pretty
that's a
loud.
good ways away a little bit.
Well, wait. Was it picking up? Like, was it an interference from the pitch comm, or was it like the sound? Because I can't imagine that the sound would travel that far. Like maybe the two signals were just crossing. The two signals were playing swords on the field.
With the Cardinals at the plate in the top of the third inning, ESPN went to Hernandez for an in-game interview with broadcasters. Oh, okay. Hernandez was covering third base during the interview. Okay. Hernandez answered questions about his opponent and provided game commentary with rookie Cardinals speedster Victor Scott at the plate. Scott reached first. This is going way too in-depth. Scott reached first on an infield single that put Hernandez on alert for a potential double play. He then turned up the pitch. Oh, Kike had a pitch comm speaker in his ear. I didn't know the guys on the field had pitch comm as well. So
how many of them? Do all of them have the pitch comm?
I don't know.
Or just the
it
infield?
just says that Kike had it. He turned up the volume so he knew the possibility of a ball coming to him. He turned it up. I can't hear it with you guys, he said to the ESPN guys. As soon as he did, a new voice joined the broadcast. It appeared to say, fastball away. Hernandez then asked, can you guys hear that? Yeah. When was this? This was... Yeah.
Wait, are we just like that ignorant? I'm going to finish that sentence. Are we just that ignorant that we don't know how many people on the field have access to the pitch comm? It feels like it's either all or none, right? Or all or one.
But at the same time, if you think about it, he could be throwing like a big slider to a lefty that's going to, pull. He's a big pull hitter or something like that, or vice versa. So, right side, left side, it would make sense that the infield has it. Maybe not so much the outfield, because you still see coaches telling players to go more to your left, or they got those little cheat sheets they keep in their hats.
Yeah.
Or in their back pocket about who's going to hit where and things like that. So I doubt the outfield has those in. But I can see the infield.
Every team is provided by MLB with 3 pitch comm transmitters for sending the signal and 12 receivers earpieces. The pitch comm devices can be worn only by defensive players on the field. No one in the dugout is allowed to call or hear pitches.
Yeah, it says that at any one time, 2 transmitters are permitted to be in use on the field, one for the pitcher and one for the catcher, and up to 5 receivers in total can be worn by the defensive team. So, infield, probably somebody in the outfield, right? Then they can use a signal.
Fielder, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, you would have first, second, third, shortstop, and then catcher or pitcher, whichever one is.
Right, but what I'm saying is maybe not everybody on the infield has.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Wears it,
I gotcha.
Okay, that's good to know. We learned something new today, boys.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you guys at home learned something new today as well. And how did we start with that? That was talking about, the Yankees and their dumbass announcer. Perfect.
The more you know.
Yeah, what a day. Okay, that's it for quick hits. I want to talk about superstitions today, guys. Most athletes, most professional athletes, or any athlete in general, has some sort of superstition. It could be something silly, like they don't shave their beard if they're in like a hitting streak or they don't change their underwear, whatever the case may be. I have superstitions at home. I don't know if you guys do, but if I'm like watching a game, if I'm watching a football game and I have a shirt on of the team that I'm rooting for and they're losing at half, I will go change that shirt 100%. You know, it's stupid. It's silly. Like I'll move if like my beer is in a bad spot on the table, and if I like put it down in the exact same spot after they like get a home run or something like that, I'll keep it in that spot. No joke. That's a real thing.
Wow.
Yeah. You guys like that? Am I alone in this?
I have changed a shirt before, but for the most part, no, it's not a thing.
I can't think of anything I do that.
Okay. Well,
I think affects the outcome of a game.
Obviously it doesn't affect the outcome of the game, but it's a superstition. It's like, fuck, I got to do this, or this beer was in this specific position when they hit a home run, so I'm going to keep it there. And then when they do win, it's like, well, maybe it was because of this. There are also some players who go to extreme lengths with their superstitions, and I found a list of a number of them. I want to go over some of them today because they're pretty weird. Number one, some of them are really funny. Most of these are not players that are playing right now. It's most of them are like players from the past. Because I think after a while, these stories come out. Like there's probably some weird superstitions that some of these guys have that are currently playing. They just haven't come out and said it. So let's start with this first one. Jason Giambi. Do you guys remember Jason Giambi?
Oh, yeah.
Who could forget him?
So he had an interesting superstition. He would put on a gold thong whenever he was struggling at the plate. So if he was in a slump, puts on a gold thong, and apparently it worked. He would keep it in his locker for when he would go into a slump. So what I want to know...
Did he wash it in between slumps?
That's my question, is like, is he washing this thing, or does he just have like a dirty gold thong?
Would he wear that around the locker room and be like, "What's up, guys? Go bring me good luck. You see this shit?" Come on.
I kind of hope he did,
I hope so. He better have.
Yeah. Just give the rookies something to be like, what the fuck, man?
Right.
Moises Alou. So some players don't wear batting gloves, right? There's a chance in here it says if a baseball player does not wear batting gloves, then there's a chance that they will develop calluses on their hands. So what did Moises Alou do? He was known for peeing on his hands in an effort to make them tougher.
To make them tougher?
Tougher, yeah.
How?
Apparently, if you pee on your hands, it makes them tougher. I don't know how it does that.
Uric acid or something.
Oh, there we go.
Supposed to
yeah.
tighten up your skin.
Apparently, it worked because he had a career 303 average and he hit 332 home runs. I just can't imagine just thinking like, you know what is going to make my hands tougher?
Right.
I'm just going to piss on them.
Maybe somebody did some research and they were like, Moises, we found the perfect plan for you and your hands.
Or like, yeah, there had to have been something that happened. Like maybe he got bit by a jellyfish, peed on his hand, and then went to bat the next day. And he's like, "Oh my god, these hands are like amazing.
Shit. I need to pee on my hands every day now."
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, does he go right before the game? Is he like, guys, I got to take a piss, and then just goes in the urinal, pees all over his hands, rubs it in really good. I wonder how bad he smelled.
Oh my god! Yeah, would he pee and then immediately wash it off, or?
Yeah.
Well, you can't just wash it off if you're trying to have an effect on your hands.
Yeah. No, you just dry it, lightly dry it with a paper towel, right?
Pat dry.
Pat dry. Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Or does he have Does he buy? Do you think he bought piss? Like, do you think he bought piss from like a black market piss dealer?
I generate pee every day.
No, I know, but do you generate enough pee? Like maybe he needs more than what he could handle. If he's up to about 3 times a day
for like 30 minutes a day. Yeah.
Maybe he
Yeah.
collects it all and then like boils it down so it's concentrated.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Maybe he just gets his whole fucking team. Like, everybody, here's my hands. You know what to do. Let's do this.
Piss break.
Yeah.
Urinals are off limits. My
Yeah.
hands
Oh
only.
my God. Oh my God. You know what we do in the seventh inning, boys. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Drink up.
Yep.
Mark Teixeira apparently wore 2 different socks. This one's not as weird or as gross as Moises Alou. But apparently okay, this is weird. So, and this is on Bleacher Report, if anybody wants to go look at these. But he had a superstition, and it happened apparently when CC Sabathia's sock ended up in his locker. Okay. He unknowingly put on one sock with the number 25 on it, his number, and another sock with the number 52 on it, Sabathia's number. He didn't notice until the game had already started, and Teixeira had one of the better games of his career. So after that, he decided that he was going to wear 2 different socks. I think he's just dyslexic.
I mean, a little bit, at
Yeah.
least, right?
Also, was it Sabathia's dirty sock or was it his clean
Ew.
sock?
It sounds like it came from the laundry. In the
What if
bag.
Sabathia had like a weird sock thing? Like, what if Sabathia like peed on his socks before he goes out for a? Was he teammates with Moises Alou?
If these socks could talk.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Apparently, Jim Leland did not wash his underpants. Jim Leland, manager of the Detroit Tigers. Yeah. We talked about him a few weeks ago.
Pittsburgh Pirates, too, was something like that.
Yeah.
Wasn't
He had a couple of them. One of them was in 2011. He smoked a cigar at some point during one of the team's winning streaks and then decided to smoke one every day until they lost.
Wow.
Yeah. That sounds like
many
something I
cigars
would
did it
do. Like that's a normal superstition, right? Like I'm smoking a cigar, the team's doing well. Cool. I'm going to continue that trend. He also started wearing the same baseball socks every day at some point during the streak, along with the same pair of underwear. And
that he never washed?
And he said, and this is his quote, it said, "I will wear these underwear until we lose. I can tell you right now, and they will not be washed. I don't give a fuck who knows it."
Wow.
So
Wow,
that's an
That
interesting
is-
choice. Like you
You
have to wash your
disgusting
underwear,
son of a
right? Like
bitch.
that's fucking gross.
That is nasty. But I get it. I mean, superstition is superstition. You got to do it. I mean, right?
Yeah, of course.
They choose you. You don't choose them, right? Isn't that how that works?
Apparently, Wade Boggs ate a lot of chicken. He was obsessed with chicken. We all know Wade Boggs, right? Hall of Famer. He would eat chicken before every game, and he even had a nickname called Chicken Man because of this. I did not know that, actually. He had some weird things. He insisted on taking batting practice at 5:17. He insisted on running sprints at 7:17, and he would take 150 grounders during warm-ups. And drawing the word chai, is that how you say that? CHAI?
Yep.
Chai. He would draw that in the dirt before coming up to bat. So he's got some weird not weird per se. Like maybe the weird things are the times, like 5:17, 7:17. Why do that? But he loved chicken so much, he came up with a cookbook called Foul Tips, My Favorite Chicken Recipes.
Good name.
What a great name.
Wade Boggs is also the guy that apparently drank like 70 beers on a flight from Boston to Los Angeles or whatever it was. There's no way that happened. There's no
It's a lot
fucking
of
way.
beer. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Wade. There's no way that you can do that. Apparently, Max Scherzer is superstitious about superstitions. Yeah. which I don't even know what that means. He doesn't tell them about his superstitions, so that's what he's superstitious about. Whatever. That's just you're weird. Derek Holland. Do you guys remember Derek Holland, pitcher for the Texas Rangers?
Yeah, that's right.
He would always before he had a start, he would just eat the shit out of a bunch of fast food. I guess his typical order came from Taco Bell, and this is before he's about to go and pitch on the mound. He would eat Taco Bell, 4 cheesy gordita crunches with Cool Ranch taco shells, a spicy volcano burrito, a chicken quesadilla, and to finish it all off, he'd have a caramel apple empanada. That was usually his pregame meal, or he would go to Wendy's and eat that. So, first of all, it's disgusting. Second of all, has he ever shit his pants while pitching on the mound?
At least a shart. At least. Had to.
He's definitely washing his underwear in between games.
Let's hope so.
Ooh.
He did play for the Detroit Tigers, so hopefully he wasn't sharing in that same superstition with Jim Leland.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
That's a lot of Taco Bell.
That just feels like it sounds like it hurts. Not only the shitting part, just your stomach.
Yeah, I can't imagine going out there and doing that after eating all of that. Like, I don't know. That's just weird to me.
I wonder if he ate that and then like took a nap and then got up to play the game. Or if it was just like 6:30, 7 o'clock playing time, game time.
I think it was just like right before the game. He would just fucking
Wiping
crush some
the
Taco
nacho
Bell.
cheese off his mouth.
Oh my God.
That's what it sounds like
just
to
not
me.
even funny.
Mark McGuire, Mr. McGuire himself, he had some weird things. Or the biggest one is that he wore the same protective cup that he did in high school. So he played in the majors for 16 years, and he wore the same cup all the way throughout.
I wonder if he ever changed like what you slide the cup into.
Oh, the jock strap?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You would have to. The elastic would have been worn out over 16 years.
20 years. If he played in high school,
down
too,
around his
probably.
ankles every game.
Weren't we going to do a story on the history of the jock strap? We still need to do that.
Somebody should.
We do.
I'm gonna do that. We're gonna do that. So that's pretty much the gist of it. There's a lot of musicians out there. First one, you just don't pee. That's just not a thing. One more. Babe Ruth apparently wore women's stockings. So it says that he also frequently wore women's silken stockings during off time from the game. He believed that they prevented batting slumps.
I mean,
what?
They could have been acting like compression socks for him.
Or he could have just enjoyed dressing up in women's clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I feel like Eric's explanation is a very like reasonable and logical explanation for this. However, this is not a logical and or reasonable podcast.
I'm trying to give Babe Ruth the benefit of the doubt here.
Sure. He's the great Bambino, but I think he just probably liked wearing the stockings. I don't think it was any medical reason. I think he would just, they're probably comfortable.
Nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah.
I'm sure they feel very nice.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to go with. And apparently it worked because he's Babe Ruth.
Can't argue with results.
That's true. But those are definitely some weird superstitions. I feel like probably more. In fact, there are a lot more. I wonder what there's got to be some other like professional athletes out there outside of baseball that do some weird shit just like that. Or baseball is just full of weirdos who
For sure.
piss on their hands and wear gold thongs and
Probably a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
all right. I think that on that note, we're going to end it for today.
I like
That's it, guys. That's all we got. One word of note for all you listeners out there. If you had previously listened to us and or watched us on YouTube, you probably noticed that at some point last season, I stopped uploading the episodes to YouTube. It was a nightmare to do it. But, however, the future is here. And our RSS feed goes directly to YouTube now. So no need to upload a video.
Wow.
So you can listen on YouTube Music. You can go to YouTube and search for Wasted Pitch. All of our podcasts are there. And you can enjoy little updates every week when it gets pushed through. So for all those YouTube users out there, you're welcome.
Nice.
Yes. So you can officially listen to us wherever you get your podcasts, unless you get your podcasts from like weird streaming sites that we don't know about. Probably not going to find it there.
Aaron knows about it, but
Links to all those sites are on the website. Wastedpitch.com.
Yeah. Wastedpitch.com.
wastedpitch.com.
Go there. Yes. Anyways, other than that, we'll see you guys next week. Maybe. Enjoy your week. Enjoy some baseball. And
Go Mariners.
there it is. I was waiting for it. Yeah,
Good.
go Royals. I'm excited about this one. Go Royals, you fuckers.
Nice. Give it 2
back
weeks.
on that
Don't worry.
bandwagon.
2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, I am fully on the bandwagon right now.